Hey folks, my name's Cameron. We are up in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. I am hanging out in a random field somewhere and going to be camping out tonight, and just wanted to give you guys a tour of the Volkswagen Alltrack that I built out. This spring I was, sort of stir crazy like a lot of folks with the pandemic and dreaming about camping this summer. I've done a lot of bike touring, spent many nights in a tiny little one-person tent, and have been dreaming about a cushier camping experience. Looked into van life, doing that kind of thing, rooftop tents. It's all kind of too expensive for me to justify, and after scouring the webs for other options, I found some great resources and just inspiration. I will link to some of the other videos that I watched to get an idea for this build out, if you want to check those out. So I'm just going to start with sort of a driving mode overview. Obviously I've got a bike on the back. I'm going to put that off to the side for camping mode, but I'll give you guys just a walk around, show you in the passenger doors and what the front seats are looking like when it's in more of a driving mode. So as you can see, the front seats stay totally usable. They're pretty much all the way back. I've got super long legs, so no issues there. Got a cooler and some supplies, but that's pretty straightforward in the front. In the back seats, you can see that the actual car kit contraption comes right up to the back seats, and then the front section folds down and just sort of tucks away behind the front seats. You'll see my old original Waldy or before Crocs. I don't care what anybody says, they're super convenient camping footwear. In the back section here, we also have some clothing storage. These are just two different cabinets. I haven't had more than one person in here, but I figured if I did, then if somebody was sleeping over this cabinet, their storage could be on the opposite side and vice versa, so that people have sort of two different storage compartments. So this side is a little different. I'm gonna have to move the front seat forward to show you exactly how it works, but basically it's a collapsible section that allows me to maintain a third seat in the back. So it still has a seat belt. It is a wooden seat, not the original seat, so probably not quite up to spec, but in a pinch it could drive somebody around town. Right, so we've got the seats forward and I have the bike off of the back, so I can show you how some of the tables pull out in the rear section, and you can get a better view of the whole bed platform. So yeah, so there is the bike rack here, but with everything folded down, I'm still able to pull out these tables that I've made that pull all the way out and over. They slide right in under the top sheet of the bed platform, but I also knew that I'd have a bunch of dead space under the tables, so when the tables are pulled out, or they can just be fully removed, I've got these other compartments here. This is my big honking mega mattress that pretty much fills the whole back of the car camper. It's made by a company called Xbed. I'll link to it in the description. And that's a Big Agnes camp chair. Get some of that stuff out later. And then on this side, I do have a sheet, some pots and pans, my sleeping bag, and then those are some cutouts for the windows. So they're insulated if it was cooler. They're also painted black on one side to be a little more covert. And then I actually use a sheet for my base layer on the mattress, and yeah, just more comfortable. So now that the seats are moved forward, I can show you how the third seat sort of modification works. So yeah, just come with me. So this section, pretty straightforward. It's really just sort of gravity held in place, and then once the front seat is backed up to it, it's pretty secure. But this just has a hinge here and then a hinge on the underside under this, but then can pull up and fold out of the way. And you can see I still have seatbelt here, and then if you can see down there, there is access to the seatbelt, so, or the buckle. This section just comes straight out, just notched, and that makes your third seat. But now I'm going to go ahead and get it into more of a sleeping mode. So we'll start actually by coming around the other side. And this section just folds up. Not sure, I guess I can probably do this one-handed, but there's a sliding piece here, and that just notches with a latch. There we go. And that is in place. Come back around, I gotta put the other side back together to be in sleeping mode. So now that I have the support back in there, I should be able to bring down this top section like so. And I gotta slide this so it drops into place, and then that section comes up, and yeah, I don't know if, here we go. We're gonna bring this into position. Same thing on this side, there's a little notch that should find a hole. There we go. And there is your sleeping platform. That stays flush. And yeah, pretty self-explanatory, but that's your whole sleeping platform, as you can see. So from the tailgate here all the way to the back of the seats is a good 80 inches long. So like 6 foot, 6 foot 8 inches long, which is taller than me. So plenty of room. I think that's also about the length of a queen size bed. So when I've been out here camping, car camping, I've realized there are a couple things that make life a little easier. So I just wanted to show you a couple of those things, and I can link to them in the video description below. So got here, it's a dual fuel stove, butane or propane. So kind of like half of a Coleman stove, but it's just nice because it's really lightweight and fits in that little case, which sort of fits right behind the wheel well. So yeah, I can use the propane canisters or little butane canisters that fit right in here. Little origami bowl and cutting board. If you don't know about MSR dromedary bags, this is 6 liters and can take boiling water or cold water. You can use it for taking a shower, carrying as an extra bladder in your pack. Super convenient. Snow Peak Spork is a favorite, and yeah, let's see a couple things here. So I have actually screens on the windows, super nice for at night. They're basically like, I call them window stockings. You can roll your windows down and they just create a nice tight seal along the window. Also, you see I have these rain guards, so even if it's raining, you can still roll the windows down a little ways, and even just this sort of, even if it drips onto the screens here, there's enough sort of tension there that it tends to keep the rain out of the car. So that's pretty nice. And actually, I wouldn't normally have these on during the day, but I've got these lights here. These are motion sensing lights, and you can't really see during the day, but they are very bright at night. And they're magnetic, so it's super nice for setting up at the tailgate while you're cooking, and they can actually just be stuck along the roof liner to have interior lights. And so I've got it into more of a night mode. I am not going to put the sheet on and pull the sleeping bag out. I think y'all probably know what those things are. So yeah, the mattress, normally this mattress actually blows up to like 4 inches thick. It's sort of a hybrid foam air mattress, but as you can see, it pretty much spans the whole cabin, and yeah, super comfy. One thing I've thought a lot about is the fact that getting out of bed is a little easier because you're not right on the ground, and again, you also don't have to climb down from a rooftop tent to go pee. So yeah, that's the setup. Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. This is kind of my first foray into YouTube vlog style videos, and yeah, I just felt like the car kit was a good first subject. So if you or friends are in the northern Vermont, New Hampshire, New York area and you want your own car kit, I'm actually going to be starting to make some of these locally, and yeah, would love to get you set up with something a little unique and probably more cost effective than a van build out. So hit me up if you're interested. Thanks so much.